flies that's watching. That's what we mean when we say dominate. So you dominate on the field, you dominate in the classroom. It's a bottom line business. So we got to understand the urgency of now. There's no more do-overs. There's no more chances again, Diego. That's it. You've a true 4-year guy. That's it. Ain't no more day-days. That's it, dog. Ain't no more Starks. Ain't no more. No more run. Ain't no more let's run it again. Y'all got to understand the urgency of now. Cam, that's it, dog. Big Eric Felix and Eric Brown. That's it. Ain't no more, dog. So if you guys don't understand the urgency of now and your teammates don't play for you because they know that you don't get no more chances, that's not what it's all about. Be your brother's keeper. And when we say go dogs, dogs mean something. Dominate. Dominate. That means everything we do in life, in the classroom, in the field, on the field, everything we do, we dominate. That means kill a fly with a sledgehammer. But it's not about the fly you just killed. It's about the other flies that's watching. That's what we mean when we say dominate. So you dominate on the field, you dominate in the classroom. Oh, 1-0. That's what it means. We go 1-0 every day. 1-0 in the weight room, 1-0 in the field, 1-0 in the classroom, 1-0 in study hall. Dominate the day and go 1-0. And G, grit. Grit. When I think about grit, I think about the little small detail. The details it takes. Before you make a bowl of grits, okay, it starts like little sand. And it makes into the structure that we want. It's the small details. It's the little unknown things that nobody talks about, those mundane things.
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Good afternoon.
There we go. Coach, thank you so much for this gracious opportunity to be with you and to be back home. Are you willing to pay the fee?
Amen.
So there's a difference in paying the fee and being willing to pay it, because the difference lies between obligation and desire. So here we fast forward, we get to the band banquet where the band director is going through, all right, who we gonna pick? We're going through leadership. He announced all 6 of the returning drum makers. So here we think it's up. He says, we picking 2 additional ones. We're gonna pick Jarvis Ross and Hamilton Grant. And it was that squad that changed the history of the 101, because that was the very first time and the only time in school's history that the 101 has had 8 drum makers. But I bring and share that story because during that entire process, I can remember hearing a phrase from some of the returning drum majors. Whenever something would get hard, they say, we the willing. Just kept hearing, we the willing. Because Coach told you I'm the bros, but I also pledged the band fraternity, KK Side. It wasn't until I pledged that I actually found out what We the Willing was. I thought it was a phrase. Then I later thought it was a poem. And as I matured, I found out it was a prayer. I'm a teacher too. It says, we the willing, who are led by the unknown, are doing the impossible for the ungrateful. We've done so much with so little. We're now qualified to do anything with nothing. If you really think and digest on what those words mean, it takes away any kind of excuse that you got. We're not big enough, not fast enough, not strong enough. I'm too tired. We the willing. You're led by the unknown. You're doing the impossible for people who don't even care about you. You've done so much. You've won so many conference championships. You put so many players in the NFL with no money, no budget. You come in 8th in the MEAC when it comes to budget, if that. Schools smaller than y'all got twice the budget.
Remember, football is still supposed to be fun, but it's work. The fun part is when you get out there on Saturday and you beat the brakes off people, that's when it's fun.
Homecoming right here, baby. Yeah.
Livest homecoming
the livest
in
homecoming in America. BLB Square, baby.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, last year was a movie.
Oh my goodness.
Man, it was crazy.
It was crazy.
It was crazy. Last year took me back, man, to how homecoming used to be back in the 90s,
Right.
man. I mean, crazy, man. We had such a good time last year. We beat Howard. Beat Howard. But listen.
Well, if I had a cup, I'd sip that tea.
Man, I would sip it right now if I could. Okay, Howard. Okay, the new MEAC Giants. What the hell? Did somebody say? Did somebody say that? The Howard was the new MEAC Giants?
That means kill a fly with a sledgehammer. But it's not about the fly you just killed. It's about the other flies that's watching.
Florida A&M. First game of the season. Down there in Tally. Hot as all get out. The start of the Berry era, man.
Right.
What were your thoughts about the game, man?
So first off, let me say, fantastic environment by FAMU. I have to give them credit.
Fantastic environment.
They made a very
Standing
hostile
ovation.
environment.
Standing
and
ovation.
I think I haven't been to an environment like that yet.
Right.
And the fact that they do this on a consistent basis, on a weekly basis when they're home, I loved it. So shout out to FAMU for that. I have to be fair in that aspect. As far as us, as far as we go, for this to be our first game. It would have helped if we had a game before this,
right?
But for this to be our first game and for us to take the defending national champions to, we took them to the wire.
Yeah.
We took them down to the wire. So for us to do that in our first game,
we should have won.
We should have won. We should have won. But you know, it was a lot of self-inflicted mistakes. Looking back at that game, you know, had we corrected the small things, the small mistakes, we would have won that game. I come out of that game thinking we were the better team. I still do. I still think we were the better team when we weren't beating ourselves up. We weren't having self-inflicted mistakes. So overall, I think it was a great starting point. We had a lot of good things to take back to the lab and work on. Right. And it was a good first outing.
Yeah. So there's a lot to be proud of with this team. This is a totally different team than what we saw last year. Right. Last year's team, you know, just in my opinion, would not have had this kind of showing.
Right.
We saw a lot of great players, man. A lot of great players. A lot of missed opportunities, though. A lot of missed opportunities, man. But you know, shout out to the Bulldog Nation, man. You guys showed up and showed out, man.
Y'all
shout
really
out to
did.
the doggone 101.
Y'all really did.
But man, showing up, man. Like we had a lot of fanfare down there in Florida A&M, and you know, we wish we could have came out with a W. You know what I'm saying? Didn't work out. In my opinion, we should have won. You know, low key. So we're gonna move on to the most popular question.
Also, before we even get to that, 'cause everybody want to talk about that.
But
before
that's the
we
popular
even get
question.
to that, just shout out to the alumni.
Shout out to the alumni.
They had the tents going. You know, they let me get
Yes.
a plate. I appreciate y'all.
Yes.
To all the alumni
Miss Angel,
under that tent.
Miss Angel,
everybody
man,
I've talked
listen,
to.
man,
Thank y'all so
salute.
much. My guy Brad, Brad. Shout out to him
Shout
as
out
well.
to all y'all,
Thank
man.
y'all so much, man.
You know, you made us feel real at home. You know what I mean? Stomach got fat down there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We had a great time down there in Tallahassee, man. But let's get to the topic at hand. Everybody want to talk about this topic.
Yeah.
Okay. Was it a touchdown?
It most certainly was
Was
a
it a touchdown?
Everybody knows it was.
It was a touchdown.
His whole body was in the end zone, man.
Everybody saw it, from the people who were there to people watching TV. Everybody said that was a touchdown. How come the doggone referees can't see that was a touchdown?
There was a picture of the referee looking right
at
it. And he said that it wasn't a touchdown.
Trash.
And I think their argument was, well, his foot touched out. It didn't.
No,
it didn't. He was in there.
No, he didn't.
As much as I think even that early of a touchdown was a game changer, a momentum changer, and had we kept that touchdown, we would have won the game. We only lost by 4.
Right.
I don't want to blame the whole game. I don't want to blame that as the sole reason.
Nah, because we made a lot of mistakes too now.
So what I'm saying is two things can be true, right? We had a hard time with the referees. That's obvious. We really had to fight the referees. On top of that, we also had opportunities to win this game, and we didn't do it. So both things can be true. Yeah. But and we do need to address the fact that we weren't able. We're going to talk about this later. The fact that we weren't able to capitalize when we had other opportunities. But I just felt like we should not have been in a position to even had to do that. Like the ref should have got it right the first time.
Right.
You know, and things would have been a lot better. Man, this is a momentum sport, and when you constantly gain momentum and have it taken back by the referees, it's going to the other team and it's making things a lot harder. So, yeah, it was a touchdown.
Yeah.
And that early play was a big difference maker.
Yeah. Somebody Somebody got paid, man. Okay, somebody rent got paid. Okay, car payment or something, bill paid. Somebody got paid, man. All right, but shout out to my boy Caden High. You know what I'm saying, for the effort. Shout out to him, man.
Caden.
Brother, we salute you. You know what I'm saying? A true sophomore. All right, and bro, you did your thing out there.
Caden High, shout out to you for your first career touchdown as a Bulldog. We gonna count it.
We gonna count it.
All
okay.
Right? Even though they didn't.
Got robbed. Got
And when we say go dogs, dogs mean something.
I just saw that. I saw that,
Dominate.
bro.
Dominate. That means
I saw
everything
that,
we
bro.
do
I saw them
in
boys
life,
get murdered,
in the
bro.
classroom, in the field, on the field, everything we do, we dominate.
Oh yeah.
That
ready.
means kill a fly with a sledgehammer. But it's not about the fly you just killed. It's about the other flies that's watching. That's what we mean when we say dominate. So you dominate on the field.
Can y'all hear us now before we go forward? Type in the chat if you can hear us. You know, we're having some technical difficulties. We ask that y'all be patient. And we thank y'all for y'all cooperation. But tell us, can you hear us? Please.
We can hear Barry. Barry in the background.
They can hear a bit.
Yeah, him right there. Yeah, because I mean, you know, it's like
So they can hear Barry, but can't hear us, or they hear both of us.
that's what I'm thinking.
Okay, all right, we good. We good. At least that's what Wad Banks say. We good though.
coach though.
Right.
Like
Coach Howard
was a great coach.
Great coach.
Yeah.
We didn't
Great
expect
coach.
him to be
A great
bad.
D-line coach.
We just didn't, losing Jablonski and Patrick and Noir, we didn't expect them to be that.
Right.
So I was thoroughly surprised by them. Jaden Broughton.
Jay Broughton.
Right.
Number
Great
one.
job. Number one.
You did
fantastic
your thing, son.
job, man.
You did your thing.
Fantastic job. So,
You did your thing. March Corner, stand up, man.
those would be my two biggest takeaways.
Yeah.
Of course, right, the bad, we got to clean up on mistakes, right? Like not being able to see the clock.
You got to see the clock.
The game clock is running, and we have to keep burning timeouts to save ourselves from.
You got to see the clock.
Delay of games.
Yeah.
So I mean, besides that's a simple thing. I feel like a lot of those mistakes that we made at FAMU can be corrected.
They are correctable.
It can be corrected.
Yeah.
Most easy fix.
Easy fix.
But big takeaways, man. Defensive line was great. Running the ball, we did a really good job. I like where we are right now.
Hey, listen. Man. We looked pretty good. We did. We made some mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
And we had some. We missed out on some opportunities, man. We had about three or four potential game-changing plays. Especially the interceptions that we could have had.
Oh God.
Oh man.
Oh my goodness.
Oh man.
The drop pass.
Those drop passes. Nick, what's his name? Nick Saw.
Yeah.
Nick. Bro, you my guy. But you got to catch the ball on that one, man. That's a touchdown.
I mean,
you my guy.
Drop.
But you got to catch that right there. It's right here.
Drop passes happen. All right, we get that. Those were big ones.
I ain't holding it against you.
Yeah, no, we ain't hold.
I understand.
Those were big ones, right? But he wasn't the only one.
No, he
Anaj dropped one. Keyshawn dropped one.
Yeah.
I think even Caden had a drop at some point.
Yeah.
So there were a lot of drops. It's not just on him. We just gotta. That's just something that we gotta work on.
Now with the drops, right? Like I said, those are fixed, right? Like you can fix those, right?
Mm-hmm.
Possibly, right? But imagine what kind of night Mr. Phoenix would have had those played, had those balls been caught.
A lot of people judged Eric Phoenix, I think, a little too harshly.
He was 12 or 25.
Just a little too harshly. He was a little bit. He did have a little bit of happy feet in the beginning.
Yeah.
A little bit of happy feet. He was hearing footsteps a little bit after that sack that we took in the red zone after what should have been
2 pick sixes. You right, my
right.
Rose.
T-Rose, 2 pick sixes. But he was hearing footsteps a little bit after that first sack. Right. But he settled down.
Right.
He may have looked jittery at a certain point, but that's just who he is.
Right.
If it's not there, he ready to take off.
Yeah.
We know what he can do with his legs. So Eric actually settled down a lot better than what people gave him credit for. Yeah. It was just the first half. But man, it had those passes been completed. I mean, his stats could have rivaled Daniel Richardson potentially.
Right.
So
exactly. He had a good game in my opinion, man.
Mm-hmm.
First game. A very hostile crowd.
Mm-hmm.
And you playing against the refs. But I feel like red zone. There was a couple times where we should have scored the ball.
We should have.
But shout out to the special teams, man.
Mm-hmm.
Great kicking. Punting and field goals.
Right.
Shout out to those guys, man. But we got to get into the end zone, man.
Mm-hmm.
And red zone defense as well, man. Red zone defense.
Oh my God.
But we had some blown coverages,
That one play.
But that can be fixed, right?
That can be fixed.
Wide open.
That can be fixed. But I mean, he had 2 people wide open.
2 people wide open.
Holding
hands. But that can be fixed. Okay. Many people have, things to say about the secondary. But I think they played a phenomenal quarterback. Daniel Richardson is a great quarterback, man.
See, here's the thing. Here's the thing with that, right?
I'm telling you.
Like I said, we had opportunities to where we we should have capitalized, right? But when it really comes to the DBs, a lot of those throws, Daniel Richardson was out of the pocket.
Right.
He was improvising. So the DBs had done their job for like the first 4 seconds.
Right.
Which is what they're really supposed to do.
Exactly.
But once Daniel Richardson gets out of that pocket and we don't get him to the ground, you're asking our DBs to cover these receivers for 7 to 8 seconds. At a certain point, once they run their route, they don't even know where they're going. It's all off the top.
Exactly.
So you know the DB don't know. He really has to just do his best to keep up. So I don't want to put it on them too much, right? Because they really hit this.
They did a good job in my opinion, man. Like they did a good job in my opinion. Like I said, we had a few blown coverages.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all right, cool. Some of some of the best teams do. Okay, but those things can be corrected. With all the mistakes we made, we still had a chance to win the game.
Right.
That's the crazy part about that, man. You know what I'm saying? With all the mistakes we made, man, those first game jitters, those little small mistakes, man, we still had a chance to win the game. Mm-hmm. And that has to leave you guys very optimistic, okay? Because I'm telling you, we got a team, y'all. Mm-hmm. We have a good football team. We have 4 capable running backs, man. Tyler Smith, you know what I'm saying? Duhart, man, KZ Adams, all those guys, man. Josh Shaw is just a man.
Mm-hmm.
He's a man out there, man. Wide receiver core will get better. Okay. Defensive line will, like in my opinion, they played well, but
they held FAMU to 30 yards rushing in the first half. So they really did a good job with the run.
Shut down the running game.
We could be better at pass rushing.
Yeah.
Now, we weren't bad, but when it's time to get Daniel Richardson on the ground, we have to get him
on the ground.
And we didn't do that.
Yeah.
So that's something we got to work on. But this team is a good team.
It is a good team. It's a very good team.
I don't want to.
Good team.
I don't want to say this to take away from you guys' passion. I understand how passionate you are about this team and about this program, and you want to see wins, especially when they're in our grasp like that. But we got to be a little bit lenient. This was our first game. This is still a new team. These guys are still gelling together. The fact that they had that much chemistry in the first game of the season was a little bit surprising to me off the bat. So I think we'll be fine.
Listen, there are no more victories. Okay, we lost. Mm-hmm. But there's some good things that we can take away from this. Going to the next game, which is the Citadel Bulldogs, man. Going down 26, man. Going down to old Charlie O. We going down to the Chuck, man. You fans got to be excited about that. So before we get to the Citadel, let's take some questions, y'all. Mm-hmm. Let's take some questions right now. All right. So, do we have any questions?
Shante, if you want to scroll back up a little bit so we can see.
Well, let's see what kind of questions we have, man. We won. Yeah, we did win the game.
in my head, we won that game.
I mean, in my opinion, we won the game.
AD Campbell, how are you? How you doing? Love you.
Miss Campbell, what's going on? Reverend Antley, what's my guy? What's going on? Rev. My guy, that's my dude right there.
QB has to make better decisions.
Yes. Zimmerman is still the kicker. Zimmerman is still the kicker. Kicker. Zimmerman is still the kicker. Who else we got? DBs didn't perform. Yes, they did.
Yes and no. Yes and no.
They had a fairly decent game, man. Because fam, you got some speed out there.
Well,
man.
let me. Jameer Benjamin showed out.
He did.
So if we gonna talk about that secondary,
number 5,
just know number 5, Jameer Benjamin. Yeah. We asked him to be on an island with the receiver in Jamari Gassett for FAMU, who torched one of the best DBs in college football, in HBCU college football, Teron Mallory, just a week before.
Right.
And he stood up.
Yeah.
He stood the challenge. We put him on an island.
Ask for nothing more.
We put him on an island with Jamari Gassett, and he locked that man down. Yeah. I was thoroughly impressed with him.
Locked him down, man.
Jameer Benjamin had a great game.
You know what? Listen, man. Number 12 didn't have a bad game either, in my opinion. But Red zone coverage, yeah, you're right. Because we let that tight end get open too many times.
And that's another area that we need to improve in.
Number 6 killed us, man. That big tight end just killed us. I gotta check his, check his license too, cause dude look like he might have been about 30 out there, man. I ain't lying, man.
He was big.
Dude was like,
he was big.
Dude like a 40-year-old ball out there, man. Yes, man. South Carolina State by 40. We hope so. Yes, we definitely hope so.
Shout out Blue.
Blue, what's going on, my guy? He said we give FAMU too much credit. Nah, we just giving them respect.
Not really.
You know what I'm saying? We just giving them respect.
We still gotta be
That's
real.
all it is. I mean, they still should have lost.
Like I said, I still thought we were the better team.
Yeah.
I thought we were the better team. I still thought the refs
We are the
played
better
a big
team.
part in that game.
Yeah, we are the
but
better
we, even after that blown touchdown call, we had 6 opportunities to punch
6
it in?
opportunities.
Didn't get it
There
done.
it is. There
That's
it
on
is.
us.
It's RP to the
fireplace. Nah, G-Dub. Nah, when we do this show, this is just a different location. The fireplace
Yeah, it's
ain't
the
going
Bulldog
yet.
Blitz.
The fireplace ain't going yet. This is Bulldog Blitz.
All right, so y'all, let's get to the Citadel game, man. This Saturday in Charleston, South Carolina. Big game. Bulldog versus the Bulldogs.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Nice friendly rivalry. And the Citadel beat Charleston Southern last week.
That they did.
Came back from a 21-3 deficit to come back and win the game. Okay, so they have a phenomenal quarterback, also named Jonathan Bennett. He's from Charleston, South Carolina. He's a transfer from Liberty University, and where he played quarterback. Mr. Bennett was the starting quarterback for Liberty when Liberty beat BYU last last Saturday, Mr. Bennett went 10 for 17 for 170 yards, 50 rushing yards, and 1 touchdown, making him the second leading rusher on the team. So we're facing yet again another great game-changing quarterback. What's your thoughts on that?
We are. So with Jonathan Bennett, I had a chance to watch a couple of highlights from last week's victory for Citadel. I will say this, with that offense that they're running, he's going to be the driving force behind it. I think they picked the perfect offense, to put him in. It looks like their base offense is kind of like a split offset pro set kind of thing.
Right.
So out of that, right, you're gonna get 2 running backs, right? And what they'll do is, I think they're gonna either run the RPO,
Right.
They're gonna hit you with a shovel every now and then. But most importantly, they're gonna have so much motion going on in the backfield to where they'll try to have you focus on that. Right, they'll try to have you focus on that, and then they'll catch you off guard with the little shovels, with the little speed outs, with the little RPOs. So being that he's going to be the driving force behind that, because this kid can sling it and he can run the football, it is going to be important. It is imperative that we play assignment football on defense. We need to be sound, knowing that he is the guy. We chop the head of the snake. He's the head of the snake. He's the head of the snake.
He is.
We're gonna have to take him out.
You gotta take him out
in order to stop the rest of his offense. He's a very good athlete.
So would the keys to winning this game would be stopping him?
I think so.
Okay.
I think we stop him. Because here's the thing: they're not too much different from what they were last year. Even though they do have better athletes schematically, they're not too much different. It's just
we beat them last year, by the way, 31-10.
Right. It's just that they have better athletes in place now. They really do have better athletes in place.
They do.
That quarterback last year couldn't do what Jonathan Bennett can do.
Right.
And had they had Jonathan Bennett last year, I'm not saying they would have won. I don't think they would have won, but they would have been a lot better offensively.
Right.
So now, it's just we're gonna have to be a little bit more responsible.
Right.
For the way we go about things defensively this week.
Right.
Because if we let him get off, that whole offense is going to get momentum. They're going to get confidence. And when he's in his bag, he's one of those quarterbacks that when he's in his bag, man, and he's moving and grooving, it's going to be hard to stop. So we really need to play assignment football with him.
Right. So one of the one of the viewers said that there is a high percentage of a huge chance that it may rain on Saturday. So we may need to pound that rock, man.
If it's running,
okay.
If it's raining, while the game is going on, it's gonna be very interesting, right? Because like we just talked about Duhart, we just talked about
KZ Adams.
We know how y'all know how we
KZ had a great game last week too.
Yes, yeah, he did.
Great game.
Yeah, he did.
Great game last week. So we're gonna have to pound that rock, man.
Right. You know,
no Diddy. No Diddy. No Diddy dog.
No Diddy.
Yeah.
I lost my train of thought, man. What was you about to say?
I was just saying we have to run the ball. Yeah. We have to run the ball, man, efficiently, man. Like we have, man, some solid running backs that we'll have to lean on if the weather is not good this Saturday. Which I do think that we have a strong offensive line, man, that I really trust.
Right.
And I know that we can run the ball. Duhart ran the ball so hard last week, man. And I'm really proud of him, man. I'm proud of KZ, man. I'm proud of all those guys, man. Those running back, man. Josh Shaw will be huge with a game like this if the weather is not good.
Here's the thing. I'm excited. I'm excited for Duhart, KZ, Tyler, but Josh Shaw, if y'all remember last year, that Morgan game, it was the same type of weather. Right, the rain was effective, affecting us to the point where we really couldn't pass the ball. It wasn't an option. Right. Josh Shaw, Josh Smart, Josh Shaw, carried that game.
Yeah, he did.
He carried us.
Yeah.
Right before Juwan Howard went down, and it was Josh.
It was Josh
who carried us in that game. That's the type of weather for him. That's the type of game for him.
Yeah.
Josh gets off like that.
Yes, he does.
So him,
yes, he does.
I feel like, right, if we were to give them a combination of Josh, Duhart, Josh and Duhart getting those tough yardage up the middle, right? Because we know what they are. They're bangers, right? They're big body guys. You don't want to tackle consistently.
Yeah. That's crazy.
And then you throw KZ and Tyler in there,
man,
when you want to get them in space. That's gonna be something.
That's a good question right there.
That's gonna be something. Turf or grass and hybrid?
Turf.
They got turf.
They got turf.
Oh, they switched it up.
They got turf.
Their stadium is going through a renovation. Yeah, so
turf.
It probably is turf.
Turf
I thought they had grass before though.
They did.
It's turf now.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think they'll be fine. If we give them that combo, let Josh, let Duhart get the tough yardage.
Right.
Then we bring in KZ. You know, he can catch out the backfield. He can go up the middle too, but he's on the smaller side. We don't really need him to do that. No. And then you get Tyler to do the same thing. We'll be fine, because if it really does come down to rain, Citadel don't have a problem running the football with us either.
They don't.
That's what they built off of.
Exactly.
That's in their DNA. It's gonna be a physical game. It's gonna come down to those trenches. Now we are fortunate to have 3 linemen who are all conference. One of them who's one of the best in the FCS. So if it comes down to that, I'm still confident in our ability to win this game.
Yes.
To pull it out. We even got a big body guy at tight end like Keyshawn Toney who can help us out as well.
And just let me get back to the FAM game just for just 5 seconds. I feel like Keyshawn Toney should have got more touches that game, but that's just me. Okay, we go, baby. All right, we good.
I also saw somebody, which she's right. We didn't choose our players of the game, even in the loss for the FAMU game.
Okay, so let's do it then.
I did see somebody ask that earlier.
Let's do it.
So defensively, I am going to go Jameer Benjamin.
Okay.
Defensively, because I just felt like asking him to cover Jamari Gassett, put him on the island, and he did just that. That's my player of the game defensively. Okay. Offensively, I'm going to go Duhart. 7 yards a carry. 7 yards a carry, man.
That's good.
It could easily be KZ too, but if I could give him both, I would. Yeah. Either one.
I can say my defensive player of the game would be number 1, the defensive lineman, Brockton.
Jaden Broughton.
Jaden Broughton would be my selection for defensive lineman. Well, defensive player of the game, and I would say the same thing that you said, man. As far as Duhart, Duhart would be my offensive player of the game.
Right.
Definitely. But since we're talking about that, what players do you want to see step up for the Citadel game?
Because this is going to be a different kind of game, right? Even though Citadel is going to pass the ball more, you're going to see that. All right, because we saw it last week, and I know they aren't going to stop now. You're going to see them pass the football a little bit more, but defensively, I feel like we need to see other guys in that secondary step up.
Yeah.
So Logan at safety.
Logan.
I want to see him.
Okay.
Maybe at the linebacker position, I want to see Aiden have a big day.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Or offensively, I want Justin to have a breakout game.
He should have a breakout game.
I want Justin to have a breakout game just because we know the type of offseason he's at, right? And this isn't going to be the game for him to do it. I just want to see it. I want to see him get like a big play because if it's only 20% chance of rain, we can still pass the ball a little bit. I don't think Citadel, and that's no disrespect to them, but I don't think Citadel has the athletes that FAMU does at DB. So when we get ready to pass that ball at whatever time, I want to see him get off. You know what I'm saying? But if we're just talking about good old-fashioned ground and pound football, the same guys that have already been showing up, Duhart, KZ, Tyler. I would love to see Tyler have a big game like he did versus Delaware State last year. You know, because when he's in open space, not catching it.
Can't catch it.
I do think we can get Josh more carries too. I would love to see him get more carries too because he is a dynamic running back who doesn't really get enough credit. So those offensively we know what we got. So this not really a guy who we want to see step up more because we know what kind of game it's going to be. But defensively though, I would love to see a guy like Logan or a guy like Aiden Weber really because matter of fact because this is a game. This is going to be a game of running the football. Aiden for sure. Because who's more physical than him? Nobody. Aiden plays the game of linebacker the way it's supposed to be played.
Loves to hit.
He got a little bit of a screw loose. Not in a bad way, but like when he got that helmet on, he plays like he got a screw loose. I want to see Aiden. This is the game for him to really eat.
Yeah. And you guys are you're right, man. We do need more sacks. You know, hopefully this will be the game for it because listen, man, Daniel Richardson was very slippery, man. I'm telling you. They had so many chances to sack this guy, man, but he was just, listen, man, shout out to him, man. But I'm telling you, they will have more opportunities to get pressure on Jonathan Bennett. I'm sure of that. The defensive coaches, man, they had a good game plan, man. But we just, much like Kobe said, man, you can't hold somebody you can't contain somebody for almost 10 seconds, man.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
You cannot do that. Playing DB, you can't cover somebody for 10 seconds, man.
You need to be able to get a rush.
I'm telling you, So you're going to have some bust. So you definitely need more sacks. You need more pressure on the quarterback immediately. I'm telling you. That's how we're going to get it. My key is let's drop passes. Let's drop passes, man. We need for these wide receivers to step up, man, catch these, throws, man. Because the more catches you make, man, the better off your quarterback's confidence will be. Okay? Let's help him out, man. Let's help the guy out, man. Phoenix had a good game, in my opinion. But he had a lot of drops, man. So, but those things can be corrected. Okay, those things can be corrected.
Also, I'm glad Carolina Gent said it. Clock management.
Oh yeah.
Clock management. We all seen it.
Who said Benedict South? Oh my God.
People being disrespectful.
Why y'all so disrespectful in this chat,
disrespectful, man. Oh my God.
That's crazy.
And we addressed that last show, so it's like I'm not even going to address it now.
You good.
I'm not even going to address it now. But yeah, clock management, man. And it really does need to be better. Just because we wasted too many timeouts because we weren't noticing where the play clock was, and it would have been delay of game. Right. Even more times than we already had it. So yeah, that definitely needs to be a factor. And I do trust that they've worked on that this week.
Did it?
I do trust that won't be a problem going, forward.
I hope so.
I mean, we saw it in real time. Coach Barry was, he was a little upset. He was upset.
Extremely upset.
He was very upset about
Ain't
that.
no little upset.
So I know he fixed that this week. So I don't think that'll be as much of a problem as it was last week.
Yeah. Listen, man, shout out to the coaches too, man. Cause listen, man, those players came out hyped, man, ready to play. Extremely excited, man. The coaches were, very, very intense. You can tell that the mindset versus last year's mindset was completely different. And I saw those boys' faces when the game was over, and those boys were heartbroken.
They cared.
Heartbroken, man. Heartbroken. And that's what you love to see. You want somebody to take losing seriously. You know what I'm saying? So I love just the competitive spirit that our guys have, man. That's how I know we gonna win some games this year, man. So look out for it, man. So what will a win do for the Bulldogs?
A win would not only boost our confidence, right? Because we do have an FBS opponent the next week. But I think we know that we just can't afford a loss this week.
Right.
We can't afford to be 0-2 going into Georgia Southern.
Right.
And then having a rivalry game with a team who, regardless of how they were last year, which was not good, still feels like they have an edge on us. Right. So we just don't want to give them any other reason to come into Orangeburg and think that it's going to be sweet when they get here. Right. We need to win this game. And I think we will. I think we will. I think we'll be fine. But this type of thing for our confidence, man, can only do wonders. Going into next week versus Georgia Southern, I just want to make it through that game without injuries.
Right.
I want our NFL prospects in Nick Taste and Aaron Smith. Right. I want them to have good games, so it can up their stock even more. Right. Therefore, up in ours because we do lead our HBCUs when drafted players, active NFL players. Exactly. So I just want a nice showing out of those guys and any other guy who is NFL league eligible after this year. But that would do a lot for our confidence, man. I think we need that right now after seeing just how upset those guys were after the game last week and just how close we came to pulling out a win over the defending champions and ending that streak. This would do wonders for us, especially if we win in dominant fashion. Right.
Which we should. Man. Warren, a lot of people feel that, we need more size at D-line and size at linebacker, man. But I'm telling you, those guys play hard, man. They play hard, and they went up against a very good line on Saturday, man. Defensive line, I don't know about that, but FAMU had a good offensive line. And like I said, man, they went up against one of the best quarterbacks we gonna see all year, man. But Saturday will tell a lot, man, and hopefully the Bulldogs can actually bounce back and give us a pretty good showing and let us leave Charleston with a victory. So that we can go down to Georgia Southern and with some confidence, man. Right. Winning brings confidence, man. So we need a W, and I hope that we have made the corrections that's needed to win this game. This will not be an easy game to win. So please do not look at last year's win like, we beat them last year, because this is a totally different team. Okay.
So I'm gonna piggyback off of what Sean said. Yeah, we definitely need to utilize Tony, especially in the red zone. I think that's where a mismatch is just imminent to happen. Because he's just too big. You know what I'm saying? There's not many people who can cover him. I think he's 6'4", 6'5", 230. Not much people can cover him. Also to the FBS comment with Georgia Southern. So the Sun Belt Conference is one of the most underrated conferences in FBS ball. So Yeah,
They beat a lot of big teams, man.
I know because you hear Sun Belt, you think Group of 5. There's a lot of teams in the Sun Belt Conference. One we saw last year who upset the number 6 team in the country early in the season. That's not a conference you want to sleep on. Okay, I promise you.
Yeah, and we always catch hell down there in a good old Statesboro, man. It's never easy going up in there, man, getting a W. But like like Coach Barry say, man, 1-0, man. And let's focus on this game right here, and let's get through this and see how we match up with the Citadel, and then we'll move forward to Georgia Southern because we can listen, man. If we don't have a good game at the Citadel, man, we shouldn't even be talking about Georgia Southern. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So let's see how we play. I got nothing but confidence, man, with these guys, man. I've seen a lot this past Saturday that has me super excited, man. We have some talented ball players and some good young players too. And all those guys who were talking about, we're gonna be a glorified Division II team. You saw what you saw on Saturday, right?
True.
And some of those best players you saw out there came from Benedict. All right, so don't sleep.
I also want to say, going into the Citadel game, I wouldn't be surprised if their coach has something up his sleeve.
Maurice Drayton, that's his name, right?
Right. I think I heard a little bit of his press conference when he was talking about us in the upcoming matchup, and how he has roots with South Carolina State.
He does.
He has a lot of roots with South Carolina State.
His mom went to South Carolina State.
Right. So he's very excited for this matchup. Yeah. I know. And I just feel like because of that, he has something for us that we don't know about.
Right.
He's gonna try to pull something out of the hat.
Yeah.
So there's gonna be a lot of emotions for this game because his players are gonna want this game for him.
Right.
And you best believe that he's preaching that to that team after every practice. I want this one. I got this one means something to me. I got ties with this school. So we really need to be on a Saturday.
Yeah,
they're going to be motivated. They're going to be more motivated, especially not only because of what we did last year, but because of the ties that the coach has. Yeah. They're going to be more motivated to get back at their stadium.
Yeah.
We got to be on it.
Right. Yeah. So we're going to be all right, fellas, man. Listen, we hope to see you down there in good old Charleston, man. You guys showed us love last weekend, man. You showed us love last weekend, and we thoroughly enjoyed ourselves, man. So let's go to the audience real quick, man, and let's see what kind of questions you guys have for us.
Questions and comments.
Questions and comments. Get them likes up too, y'all. Get those likes up.
Please.
Get those likes up, man. Please. Get those likes up.
They must use everyone. This is a talented team. Use the receivers more. Well, it wasn't that we weren't using the receivers last week. It's just that when they got the opportunity to catch the football, they didn't do it. So,
Were y'all watching the game?
It's not that we weren't utilizing them per se.
Like I said, how many true Bulldog recruits got the ball?
How many true Bulldog recruits got the ball?
Why does that matter?
Well, they're all Bulldog recruits.
They're all Bulldog recruits.
Because we recruited
right.
Either out of the portal or out of high school. So they're all Bulldog recruits, really.
Next question.
I was very impressed with the team on Saturday. They are way better than I expected, and I'm further down the road.
That's good.
Yeah, I agree.
A very talented team, y'all. I'm telling you, man. Listen, even with the mistakes that we made, we still should have won that game, man. Hands down.
Right.
Now, you can't live your life off, if or should, but I just feel like from what we saw last week, we're going to be all right.
So number 12 and 13.
We're going to be all right.
Okay. So 12 and 13 weren't good enough to be starters anymore. That's not the case at all.
I'm not going to say that.
That's not the case at all. When you have an influx of talent, see, okay, let me break it down like this, right? You look at those last year's FAMU squad. very deep, very talented in that receiving room.
Yeah.
So much so to guys who are clear starters had to take a step back just from schematically because of what they wanted to do, and it worked.
Right.
So it's not in Jackson State, the couple years prior, what they were able to do with that receiving room, they were stacked. Guys who are clear starters had to take a step back in that room because of what they wanted to do schematically. Same thing here.
Yeah.
Some guys have to take a step back. They are still good enough to be starters.
Yes.
But because of what we're doing schematically, they're gonna have to have a different role in this offense. So the same thing with 12 and 13. It's not that they aren't good. Trust me, they're most definitely good enough to be starters. Okay, but this is a different offense. This is a different scheme. We have to go about things differently.
Yeah. And
offensively, how about you? Were gonna say something?
Nah, man. I mean, you can't. Don't even dive into that one, man. But
okay, go ahead.
Listen. You know what? Man, a wise man had told me a long time ago, man. Cream rise to the top. Okay, coaches play the best players that can help them win the game, or that can help them, get to where the team wants to be. Okay, and that's what it is about, man. The team. And I think that what you saw last Saturday was just one game. We have a long season, man. We have a long season because the guys who played Saturday, you might not even see them next Saturday. You never know. That's just one game. One game, man. One game. This Saturday will be different. And we hope to see so many players, man. Like, we hope to actually beat these guys so bad that everybody plays. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the goal, is for these kids to get playing time, and to show everybody their true talent. Okay, that was a very close game. And listen, what I would never do is question the coaches because they see those players every single day. We don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're using my thoughts and my opinion. That's it. Those coaches know exactly what they're doing, and that's why the game was so close. So I'll never question the coaches, ever.
And I think it's important to reiterate that these coaches do know what they're doing. We're not around them every day like Tuck says, but we are closer than like you guys. So we've seen it up close.
Yeah.
We've been on the sidelines. We've seen how they coach. We've seen how they coach at practice. They know what they're doing, man. Y'all just gotta believe. You gotta be patient a little bit. You gotta believe in what they're doing, because these guys are great
coaches, man.
Great coaches, man. You could tell by how the kids rallying around them.
Great coach.
And how they feel about them.
Great coach.
They're great coaches.
So you can have your opinions. You can, you can have your opinions or whatever, but we got you watching.
And it's also important. It's also important just to state that establishing a culture in any program takes time. It's going to take longer than 1 week. It's going to take longer than the off season, which they weren't even here for the full off season.
Right.
So they really playing catch up. And where we are right now, compared to where we probably should be, because of when they started and how we were able to recruit and everything. We should really be happy and excited for where we are right now. We shouldn't be content. I'm not telling you to be content. Obviously, point out the mistakes and everything that we need to do better. But it takes a while to establish a culture.
Yeah.
It's going to take longer than 1 week.
Yeah.
It's going to take longer than the spring season. It's going to take longer than fall camp.
Right.
It's going to take a little bit. We'll be fine.
We're going to be just fine, man. So just wait and see. Saturday, come check those Bulldogs out versus the Bulldogs, okay? And my guess is that my pick for the game, I feel that we'll win by 21.
21?
Yeah, 21 points. I think we'll win by 21.
I like that.
What you think?
I like that. I like that. I'll say 21. Okay, 21.
Yeah, 21 points.
I like that.
Yeah, 21 points. So hold me to it. All right. So if you guys see me on Saturday, let's talk, man. Let's have a good time. Let's fellowship. You know what I mean? Give me your thoughts, man. Give me your ideas. All right. But for us, man, hey, man, that's it for us, unless you want to take some more questions.
Yeah. If you have any more questions, let us know now, because we won't have another show again until probably next week after the next game. So
good little while. Yeah.
Good. So if you any comments, questions, or concerns that you got, now's the time.
Yeah.
SCSU 34-21.
That's a pretty good pick.
That's a pretty good pick. That's a pretty good pick, Carolina Gent. I like that.
It's a pretty good pick right there. 34. Hey.
So
35-14 look good too.
That's a 4. All right, T-Row. Hey. All right, here's the thing. I don't want to give Citadel bulletin board material. I really don't. So like I'm not gonna say it like that, right? Because this is a respectable opponent that we're facing. Like Eric Jones said, this is not last year's Citadel football team. Please don't think that.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I encourage y'all after this show to go on YouTube, look up the highlights of that game, and you'll see what I'm talking about. They look good offensively.
Yeah.
Bennett was 10 of 17.
Yeah.
He was serviceable throwing the football for 170 yards.
170, and ran for 50 yards.
Ran for 50. He could have had more passes, but this is an offense who was run first.
Yeah.
So they are a much explosive offense than they were last season.
Yeah. We expect to see James Charles on defense. That we don't know, bro. You know, we don't know.
We don't know. And the reason why we don't know is because anything can happen between the week.
Yeah.
God forbid, knock on wood, somebody may be injured. You know, you might see somebody different. Maybe they want to switch things up. We don't know. So we can't say that for certain.
Yeah. We didn't know who was gonna start Saturday. You know, but I'm sure whoever runs out there, man, is ready for it. To take on the challenge, and I'm excited about it. Happy to get down to Charleston to see a lot of friends and a lot of close ones down there, a lot of frat bros, a lot of people coming to this game, man. A lot of people are very excited. So it's gonna feel like a home game almost, man. So come on out.
We encourage y'all to show up and show out.
Show out, man. Show up, man. Come out, man. And we gonna see what's up. All right.
And if you see us out there, always
see us out there, man. Give your boy, you know what I mean, some, you know what I'm saying, fried chicken or something, ribs, meatballs. You know what I'm saying? I like it all. You know what I'm saying? Lemonade, Kool-Aid. You know what I mean? A beer or two, Michelob Ultra. You know what I mean? Tito's and cranberry. You know what I'm saying? Preferably. All right. But y'all be good, man. We're gonna see y'all out there. Hopefully, man, when we come back, we're gonna be talking about a victory. All right?
Yes. Very simple. We had no injuries. Love that.
I don't think. Hey, he said it.
You said it. We going with it.
Zan didn't play Saturday.
No, you did not.
Nah, Zan didn't play Saturday.
And we're excited to see him on the field too.
Yeah.
Because he was most improved linebacker.
Yeah.
In the spring.
Yeah. So we hope to see Zan this Saturday. We really need to get our feelings regarding our coaches.
Tell them again, Diana.
Man.
Please.
Say it louder for the people in the back. We got a lot of haters in the chat.
And here's the thing with this D2 narrative before we get up out of here.
Yeah.
That can officially be put to bed. Because we just seen with the defending champions some of our biggest contributors were Benedict transfers. The D2 guys that y'all talk about. The D2 guys that everybody likes to make fun of.
But guess what?
They were getting off. Caden Howe was getting off.
You ain't got to watch.
Jaden Broughton was getting off. They were doing their thing. Duhart averaged 7 yards a carry on that defense.
Is the game being streamed? It should be. Hopefully it is. Hopefully the game
is this on ESPN Plus?
Huh?
It's on ESPN Plus. It'll be on ESPN Plus.
There you go. Yeah. Nah. He was there. But he just didn't play for whatever reason. All right. So see y'all next time. My name is Terrence Tucker.
Kobe Orr, Blitz City Podcast.
SCSU
Report.
Hey, follow us, man. The SCSU Bulldog Report on Instagram. And
Kobe Orr on Instagram.
Yeah.
Of course. COBIOR.
Follow us, man. And get those likes up. All right, get those likes up. All right. God bless y'all, man. Thank y'all for tuning in, and we salute y'all, man. Listen, we are nothing without y'all, man. So
again,
thank y'all so much.
Thank y'all for being patient with those technical difficulties. All right, we'll have it under control next time for sure. But we appreciate y'all for standing by, man. We really do love y'all. Thank y'all so much for the support. We'll see y'all next time.
Go Dogs and get up for the Bulldogs. Mwah.
It's a bottom line business. So we got to understand the urgency of now. There's no more do-overs. There's no more chances again, Diego. That's it. You're a true 4-year guy. That's it. Ain't no more day-days. That's it, dog. It's a bottom line business. So we got to understand the urgency of now. There's no more do-overs. There's no more chances again, Diego. That's it. You're a true 4-year guy. That's it. Ain't no more day-days. That's it, dog. Ain't no more Starks. Ain't no more. No more run. Ain't no more let's run it again. Y'all got to understand the urgency of now. Cam, that's it, dog. Big Eric Felix and Eric Brown. That's it. Ain't no more, dog. So if you guys don't understand the urgency of now and your teammates don't play for you because they know that you don't get no more chances, that's not what it's all about. Be your brother's keeper. And when we say go Dogs, dogs mean something. Dominate. That means everything we do in life, in the classroom, in the field, on the field, everything we do, we dominate. That means kill a fly with a sledgehammer. But it's not about the fly you just killed. It's about the other flies that's watching. That's what we mean when we say dominate. So you dominate on the field, you dominate in the classroom. 1-0. That's what it means. We go 1-0 every day. 1-0 in the weight room, 1-0 in the field, 1-0 in the classroom, 1-0 in study hall. Dominate the day and go 1-0. And G, grit. Grit. When I think about grit, I think about the little small detail. The details it takes. Before you make a bowl of grits, okay, it starts like little sand. And it makes into the structure that we want. It's the small details. It's the little unknown things that nobody talks about. Those mundane things.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. There we go. Coach, thank you so much for this gracious opportunity to be with you and to be back home. Are you willing to pay the fee?
Amen.
So there's a difference in paying the fee and being willing to pay it, because the difference lies between obligation and desire. So here we fast forward, we get to the band banquet where the band director is going through, all right, who we gonna pick? We're going through leadership. He announced all 6 of the returning drum makers. So here, we think it's up. He says, we picking 2 additional ones. We're gonna pick Jarvis Ross and Hamilton Grant. And it was that squad that changed the history of the 101, because that was the very first time and the only time in school's history that the 101 has had 8 drum makers. But I bring and share that story because during that entire process, I can remember hearing a phrase from some of the returning drum majors. Whenever something would get hard, they say, "We the willing." Just kept hearing, "We the willing." Because Coach told you I'm the bros, but I also pledged the band fraternity, KK Psi. It wasn't until I pledged that I actually found out what "We the willing" was. I thought it was a phrase. Then I later thought it was a poem. And as I matured, I found out it was a prayer. I'm a teacher too. It says, "We the willing, who are led by the unknown, are doing the impossible for the ungrateful. We've done so much with so little, we're now qualified to do anything with nothing." If you really think and digest on what those words mean, it takes away any kind of excuse that you got. We not big enough. Not fast enough. Not strong enough. I'm too tired. We the willing. You're led by the unknown. You're doing the impossible for people who don't even care about you. You've done so much. You've won so many conference championships. You put so many players in the NFL with no money, no budget. Come in 8th in the MEAC when it comes to budget, if that. Schools smaller than y'all got twice the budget that you got. Anything with nothing. All of that, you qualified to do anything.
Remember, football is still supposed to be fun, but it's work. The fun part is when you get out there on Saturday and you beat the brakes off people, that's when it's fun.
Homecoming right here, baby. Yeah.
Livest homecoming
the
in
livest
America.
homecoming in America. BLB Square, baby.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, last year was a movie.
Oh my goodness.
Man, it was crazy.
It was crazy.
It was crazy. Last year took me back, man, to how homecoming used to be back in the 90s,
Right.
man. I mean, crazy, man. We had such a good time last year. We beat Howard. Beat Howard. But listen.
Well, if I had a cup, I'd sip that tea.
Man, I would sip it right now if I could. Okay, Howard. Okay, the new MEAC Giants. What the hell? Did somebody say? Did somebody say that? The Howard was the new MEAC
mean kill a fly with a sledgehammer. But it's not about the fly you just killed. It's about the other flies that's watching.